loved it. I really loved it. I'm amazingly surprised about how much I liked it. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be giving you my little review of Onward. It's streaming on Disney Plus. So what happened is that a friend of mine saw my review of Soul that I just did a couple days ago, and she made fun of me because she was saying, oh, you telling me that Pixar only wants to make people cry? And I said, yeah, but I don't really cry. And she said, have you seen Onward? And I said, no, I know about the movie. I know Chris Pratt is in it. But no, I have not seen it yet. And she's like, watch it. So she knows me. She knows that I have an older sister. Also that I lost my dad when I was 16. So I thought she was being kind of sneaky about recommending this movie. So I know I said that Coco, it's my favorite Pixar movie. Still there. Don't worry. Still Coco. And then there was Inside Out. Onward, it's like kicking Inside Out to the side. It's like they're battling right now. If you have a close relationship with a sibling or you have lost a parent, it will pluck your heartstrings. So I read a little description that basically said two brothers go on a quest to bring their dad back to life for a day. That's all I knew. But I'm gonna give you my quick, more detailed description. Two brothers, elves, bear with me. They live in this magical world with elves and fairies, but it's a contemporary world. They use technology, they have gadgets, they have fast food restaurants. So the brothers, Ian, whose voice is Tom Holland. If you don't know Tom Holland, he's Spider-Man. And then Barley, Chris Pratt. Ian is in high school, and then Barley, they never really tell us his age, but then there's a point that they said he's taking a gap year. So I figure, okay, he finished high school, taking a gap year, got it. The brothers find this spell that can bring their dad back to life for a day. But to cast that spell, they need to find a gem, like a jewel. So they take Barley's van named Guinevere, and they go on this adventure. So I feel like I'm drowning in this couch, am I? Feel like I'm gonna disappear at some point. So usually I give you on my reviews, I'll give you the good part and then the bad part, or the not so good parts. I couldn't find any here. Okay, if I give you one critique, it's that Chris Pratt, the voice of Barley, I did not recognize Chris Pratt's voice. I kept thinking, and if you watch the movie, let me know in the comments down below if you heard it too. I kept thinking of Seth Rogen, you know, Knocked Up and all of that. All I kept hearing was Seth Rogen. And speaking of voiceovers, I don't know if Tom Holland and Chris Pratt did their work on the same room, but you can really tell that the characters had a lot of chemistry, so that was nice to see. And Tom Holland, what a surprise. He did really well as far as, you know, lending his voice. I think he should do more animated movies. The visuals are so fun to watch, especially when they go on their quest. I felt like I was watching an Indiana Jones movie at some point. Also the fairies, if you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. They're not cute fairies. They're not Sleeping Beauty. Ooh, cuties. No. These fairies are like, ah! They ride this big motorcycle. I thought that was a really sweet message. It was that magic only works if you believe in yourself. There's a scene, you know, that they're trying to cross a canyon. The spell will only work if Ian has that self-confidence. So that was nice. Another message too was about overcoming your fears, especially with Ian. One of the funniest scenes too was that when he was learning how to drive, and he's with the teacher, and the teacher's saying, merge into the highway, and Ivan's like, no. We've all been there. When we learn how to drive, that fear of merging into the highway or the freeway. And not just Ian, but their mom too At the end, you know, there's a scene, she's like at a battle, and she goes with the sword, I'm a mighty warrior. I also really appreciated the element of surprise, because one of the things that I said about Soul, that I put on my bad list, is that I felt like I knew where the story was going pretty quickly during the movie. And I compare it to Coco too, because one of the things that I loved about Coco was that it was full of surprises. And in Onward, there was some surprises too that I wasn't expecting. I thought it was gonna be very predictable. Spoiler alert. If you're in the room and you haven't seen, I'll give you 2 seconds. Ian does not meet his dad. And I'll get into it a little bit later. So I really enjoyed the brothers bonding during this quest that they're going. One of my favorite scenes, it's when they're blasting some music and Barley starts dancing with the dad. By the way, the dad, it's only 2 legs. So he's only like waist down. So they start doing the silly little dance, and then Ian joins and they're all laughing. And Ian has a checklist of the things that he wants to do with his dad once he meets him, which was have a heart-to-heart, learn how to drive, laugh a lot with him. So at the end, the sun is setting and the dad is still just legs, and there's a battle going on. The brothers need to separate, so they have to decide who's gonna meet dad. And once again, I thought, oh, they're gonna have Ian meet the dad. Earlier in the movie, Barley was confiding in Ian that he never got to say goodbye to his dad, that the dad was very sick and he had all these tubes on him. It didn't even look like it was his dad, so he never got to say goodbye. Ian says, no, you go see dad and you go say goodbye. We don't hear the conversation that the dad and Barley have. We only see them talking and then they hug, and Barley comes back and Barley says, oh, and dad wanted me to give you this, and he comes for a hug. The camera does a close-up on Ian's face and just his expression, that final expression where he does this with the eyebrows, and not like, he doesn't share tears or cry, nothing. He just, when his brother's hugging him, he just... The conclusion is, I still didn't cry. You know, sometimes when you feel like behind your eyes, you can feel like the tears are forming, and then next step, your eyes get watery, and then like the tears start slowly falling. Yeah, I felt like behind my eyes, they were forming. Mostly the one where he talks about his dad being in the hospital with tubes, and reminded me when my dad was in the hospital, and I hate hospitals. I hate the smell of it. I hate the look. I hate everything about hospitals. I still do. It brought back some memories, and the fact that he didn't get to say goodbye to his dad also, you know, hit inside, because I always felt like I never got the chance to say goodbye to my dad. At the beginning, if you lost a parent, or if you have a close relationship with your sibling, I think you will really enjoy this movie. If you lost your parent recently, that might be triggering. You know, if the movie's gonna make you get sadder, then like, don't watch it. But it was a really funny movie. Like, throughout the movie, I found myself giggling a lot. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button. It really helps the channel. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button so you don't miss any future videos. And I'll see you next time.